Hey guys, M13 here. Long time no talk. I've been busy with teaching, working, because I'm not doing any tours because of COVID-19, so I'm just teaching English like 6 days a week. I'm spending a lot of time, my girlfriend's working less because her company has cut back on her hours due to COVID-19, so when she has days off, I generally spend them with her, and then when I spend time with her, I generally devote all my time to her. That's generally... I said the word generally too many times. I apologize. That's like minus one or two of those generalities. And let's substitute them with usually. I usually, when I have guests or company, and even though she's been my girlfriend for a while, like, when she comes over, it's still a guest. So I can't, I don't leave her alone and say, oh, I'm going to go outside and make a video and go for a ride by myself for an hour or two or anything like that. So I end up just spending all my time with her. Yeah, so... which I guess is what I'm trying to say there. Yeah, and then I've been working, spending a lot of time with my girlfriend, and then on the weekends I spend time with my son. So again, I can't make videos then. And then no new updates on my son front. I got court again in another 2 or 3 weeks from now, so we'll see what happens that time. Absolutely ridiculous, though. Like like you can literally abuse a child in Taiwan, and once it gets to court and it's made known, you can continue to abuse them for another 2 years, and it doesn't really matter what you do to them. You can hit them, punch them, make them clean the floor naked, whatever, and it's just going to take 2 years before they actually do something about it, because you can appeal and appeal. No matter how much the court finds you guilty, you just got to say, I appeal, and you get another 5 months to abuse them. And then when those 5 months are over, you can say, I appeal again, and you get another 5 months to abuse them. Yeah, so it's messed up. Let's get on. I bought a car recently. That's also been taking up a lot of my time, because I bought the car and it was just very bare-boned and stock, and it needed seat covers, and it needed one of those carpets that Asians love to put on top of their dash. You got to get the carpet. You can't live in Asia and not have the carpet. So I had to go carpet shopping for my car. Just little things. You can get the car that I got. I haven't shown it yet because it's not that big of a deal. It's an old cheap car. It's a cheap car that's very old. So that, in theory, that would make it a very cheap car. But nope, doesn't work that way. Evidently, one of the biggest pros of being an American is America has the cheapest cars on the planet Earth. Like, yeah. Because it's for what I paid for my older secondhand car, I could have gotten like a newer secondhand sports car in America. Like I went and compared like prices, and in the same price range as what I paid for my car, I could have gotten like a Nissan 350Z for the same price, which is kind of a cool car. And yeah, and for the price of a 350Z, I got myself a Versa. So, but that's just how it is. Prices are different. Like, it's crazy. A Camaro in America costs $20,000, like a base Camaro. We're running about 20 grand. The exact same car in Taiwan will run you 60 grand. So, yeah. And then for some strange reason, the second-hand market here, cars don't depreciate very quickly in Taiwan like they do in America. In America, once a car is second-hand in America, the price just drops quickly and year by year. And in Taiwan, it kind of doesn't. It drops, but it's slowly year by year. And once it's reached a few years old, the price doesn't really drop that much anymore either. It's just like cars that are like between 5 years old and 10 years old, the price doesn't drop much. And then after 10 years old, it drops again. But a 10-year-old car or a 15-year-old car, it's just going to go by mileage. It's not going to matter how many years old it is. So yeah, what else is new? Oh. topic of the video, maybe keep it short. What's it like going back to a car after years of pretty much exclusively riding? For the last 6 years since I left my ex and she took my old car, for the last 6 years I've only been riding. I've rented a car maybe twice in the last 6 years. So in the last 6 years I've only driven a car, well, and I borrowed the car from my ex-wife once when I took my son around on vacation. So I've driven maybe 3 times in the last 6 years, roughly. So what's it like all of a sudden driving like every other day? I'm driving a lot recently. Here's the thing, I noticed that scooters, like the one in front of me right now, just small scooters, are so much faster than cars. Like, people who drive cars don't understand the difference. So when I'm traveling, say, I don't know, say somewhere that takes me 40 minutes on the scooter, 45 minutes away, is roughly the same amount of time in the. That's really smart. You're a smart guy. What a f***ing idiot. He just came flying out of that side street. Didn't even look, nothing. Did you guys see that? I guess as he was coming along, he had a view of this direction. So because he could have looked left and he could see that no cars were coming. But he flew out and almost went into the oncoming lane. And what happens if there was like the truck behind me? There was a big yellow truck that was also turning down this lane. What happened if that big yellow truck just happened to be like half in his lane? You know what I mean? And he had no view of the right. Very common here. Like, let me show you something. I've seen this multiple times in Taiwan where a scooter will be going down a road like this and they'll just cross over the main road without looking left or right. Like, they'll go along this road doing 60 kilometers an hour and cross that more main road over there. I've seen that multiple times and it's just suicidal. It's like it's Russian roulette, simple as that. If there's a car coming along, you're not going to know. But I've seen, it's generally older people. Like, that guy was older as well. It's like older people and they're locals and they cross that road every day and there's rarely ever any cars going down that other street, so they just get used to, maybe in the beginning they would stop and look, and then they would slow down and look, and then they'd slow down less, and then finally they just started gone to that. But I don't understand that logical leap. I don't think I've ever seen a Canadian do something that dumb. This is nice, flowers and whatnot. I've noticed that with this camera, sometimes when I look down, because the camera always stays level, it's got this like perfect gimbal quality to it, so even when I look down, you guys are looking straight ahead, which is a negative, but I think it's worth it for the quality. Okay, so let me just summarize. I feel that a car is almost like, it's like a relaxing meditative thing. It's all about the music in a car. Like, you can't drive a car and not listen to music. So, and I find in the car, not only do I not speed, I'm often doing like 5 or 10 under the limit. Like, I just relax in a car, I listen to music, and I drive a slow, safe speed. And that's weird because I don't usually put the words slow and safe together in a sentence, because I feel that on a motorcycle, you pretty much have to speed to be safe. The reason for that being is the quicker you go on a motorcycle, the less you have to worry about getting run over from behind. But in a car, you don't generally worry about getting run over from behind, so you just go at slow speed and worry about what's in front of you, and you don't worry about what's behind you because that's their problem. But on a motorcycle, what's behind you isn't their problem, it's your problem, because if a truck starts tailgating you and you don't know it and you hit the brakes hard once, you're dead. You get run over from behind by a truck. So by keeping your speed up on a motorcycle, you just distance yourself from all traffic behind you. And if you're always passing people on a motorcycle, then you know exactly what's around you, because you know what's behind you because you just passed it a few seconds ago. They did a study, and I can't link to it because I've looked for it. It was a study that I read in a magazine, and then they said the safest possible speed for a motorcycle is a bit quicker than what everyone else is doing. So if everyone on a certain road is doing 50, you should do 53. If everyone on a certain road is doing 60, you should do 65. You should always be going a little bit quicker than the rest, than the flow of traffic. That way, as I said, you're constantly passing people, and by passing them, you can see what's in front of you, and you know what's behind you because you just passed it. And of course, still glance on your mirrors every once in a while to see if there's anyone who's speeding majorly and catching up to you and riding your ass. But in a car, it's not that. In a car, I would say the safest speed is just doing a constant whatever the flow of traffic is. So if everyone's doing 50, you do 50. Yeah, and you just find some guy ahead of you who's doing the speed limit, and you stay a safe distance back from him, and you match the speed, and you just stay there because you don't have to worry about what's behind. And I'm repeating myself now. So yeah, so I find it, but I'm actually enjoying the car, and I've never really enjoyed cars much. I still would not use the car to go anywhere in the city because there's traffic and there's traffic lights, and on a scooter I can filter to the front always. So it's funny because Google Maps for Taiwan, you can choose in Google Maps if you're driving a car, like, you know, you can choose walking or driving. In Taiwan, you can choose like motorcycle or driving a car. And GPSs here, they actually have like 3 options, like heavy motorcycle, scooter, or car. You can choose between them all. So, and it's funny because when you go on Google Maps, you'll see like something that's a half hour away by car is often 25 minutes away by scooter. And Google Maps understands this. This is a nice little coffee shop. I haven't been here in a long time. 很久不见。哎，没有，就是经过，应该还没开，对不对？咖啡店有开吗？ Yeah， 内种的狗有问题，他们的 DNA， 因为他们 ，Yeah，OK， 我们晚点再来。So yeah, he had like a bulldog, like a big wrinkly bulldog, one of those kind of type dogs, or maybe it was a wrinkle dog or something. But yeah, evidently he didn't. No, he kept it indoors in the shade. I'm pretty sure he had a fan on it, but yeah, he didn't keep it indoors. And because it was a purebred, it was genetically deficient. And on a hot day, it's hard to get about. It's kind of sad. There you go. There's a Mustang, which would cost triple whatever it costs in America. I'm gonna make another video specifically on the prices of vehicles in different places, but that'll be for another one. So yeah, I don't know. I kind of touched on a few different topics. I want to get more into depth into some of these in the future. But but here's the kind of a main point I want to touch on before I stop this video.
Okay, we're gonna do a little trigger. Look at the only girly handlebars here. You guys all got like mountain bike handlebars.
Where was this?